0. So welcome all the participants to the PhD Viva was on the studies on immunomodulatory effect and growth promoting activity of Gymnema sylvester and Asadiracha indica leaf extracts on freshwater fish Tilapia mosambica. So the research thesis will be defended by Mr. N. Ramadas, the research scholar, under the supervision of Dr. N. Subramanian, Assistant Professor in Zoology, PG and Research Department of Zoology, Arranger Anna Government Arts College, Cheyyar. And we welcome the excellent examiner, Dr. J. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor in Zoology, PG and Research Department of Zoology, Presidency College, Autonomous, Chennai. And I request I welcome all the participants who has been participating from various parts of the country and various universities. And now I hand over the session to Dr. Subramanian, who is the research supervisor of this thesis. It's over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good morning, one and all. I am Dr. N. Subramanian, the PG and Research Department of Zoology, Arranger Anna Government Arts College, Cheyyar, Tiruvannamalai District, affiliated to Tiruvallur University, Vellore, conducting PhD Viva examination of Mr. N. Ramadas, part-time research scholar under my guidance through Zoom Meet video conferencing mode. First, I invite our head of the Department of Zoology, Dr. N. Punita, to give our welcome address to the Viva. Madam? Hello? Hello? Madam? Hello?
Her mic is on, sir. I think she will
Hello?
speak. She will speak now, I guess. Her mic is on.
Hello, madam? Madam? Dr. A. Murthy, Principal, Arranger Anna Government Arts College, Cheyyar, to give his presidential address.
Today is a special day in the Government Arts College, Cheyyar. Our doctor, actually, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Subramanian for producing a doctorate. It is a new chapter it is a new chapter opening in the Department of Physics, Zoology, and very glad to see our own Arts College professor from Presidency College, Dr. Karthikeyan as external examiner, and I would like to congratulate Dr. Punita, head of the Department of Zoology, and the other staff members for giving cooperation and the coordination in making this Viva examination a grand success. And I hope Mr. Ramadas, the scholar, research scholar, he will defend his work. All the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I welcome our beloved principal, Dr. A. Murthy, the eminent and enthusiastic person of our college. I welcome our external examiner, my friend, Dr. J. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Presidency College, Chennai. I welcome our sincere HOD, Dr. N. Punita. I welcome all the staff members of our department, Dr. G. Balasubramanian, Ms. B.C. Lavanya Prada, Mrs. N. Deviga, Dr. S.R. Pugalvendan, and Dr. V. Ashok Prabhu. I welcome all the guest faculty members of our department, Dr. Bharati, Dr. Bhagavan, Dr. Sambat Kumar, Dr. J. Nagarajan, Dr. Arumugam, Dr. Selladurai, Dr. Adikesavan, Dr. Babu, Mrs. Kavita, and Mrs. Nadia. I welcome all the HODs of various departments of our college. I welcome all the staff members and the guest lecturers of various departments of our college. I welcome non-teaching staffs and the office staff, research scholars, and the PG students of our college. I welcome university representatives, Mr. A. Saravanan, computer analyst, Ms. S. Satyabama, superintendent, and Mr. A. Syed Madeen, assistant computer operator. I welcome all the participants, staff members, research scholars, and PG students of our various colleges who are joined in this PhD Viva examination through Zoom Meet. I welcome Dr. Mohan, Dr. Jayapal, Dr. Sanil from Muti, Government Arts College. I welcome Dr. A. Veeramani from Gout Arts College, Kumbakonam. I welcome Dr. Bhavani from QMC. I welcome Dr. Shanmugam from Department of Radiology, John Hopkins School of Medicine, Maryland, USA. I welcome all the participants of this online video conferencing PhD Viva examination of Mr. N. Ramadas. Mr. N. Ramadas, working as a guest lecturer in the PG and Research Department of Zoology for the past 12 years. He has joined as a part-time research scholar under my guidance in the year 2015. He completed his work on studies on immunomodulatory effect and the growth promoting activity of Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica leaf extract on freshwater fish Tilapia mozambica in the year 2018. He submitted his thesis in the year 2019 to the Tiruvallur University. He published more than 5 papers in his research work, both national and international journals. The thesis was valued by both Indian and foreign examiner, and they have given good comments. Now he is going to face his PhD Viva examination. He defended his thesis. It is an auspicious day. I have great opportunity and immense pleasure to welcome and introduce my classmate and now our external examiner, Dr. J. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor of Zoology, PG and Research Department of Zoology, Residency College, Autonomous, Chennai. Dr. J. Karthikeyan did this MSc Zoology degree at Barodiyar University, Coimbatore in the year 1990. We both received MPhil Zoology degree, that is Karthikeyan and myself, we both received MPhil degree from Pachapas College, Chennai, affiliated to University of Madras in the year 1991. And Dr. J. Karthikeyan and myself obtained a PhD Zoology degree from E. Prabhakaran Residency College, affiliated to University of Madras in the year 1998. He is having a vast teaching and research experience of more than 23 years. Dr. Karthi worked as a lecturer in the Department of Biotechnology at the Jaya College of Arts and Science, Chennai from 1996 to 2001. Then he worked as a lecturer in the PG and Research Department of Zoology and Biotechnology in C. Abdul Hakim College, Melvisharam from 2001 to 2003. Dr. worked as a head of the Department of Biotechnology in Satyabama Deemed University, Chennai from 2003 to 2007. Then he joined as a head Department of Biotechnology in DG Vaishnava College, Chennai from 2007 to 2009. Finally, he joined as assistant professor in the Department of Zoology, Tirumagal Mill, Gout Arts College, Kudiyattam in the year 2009. Now, Dr. Karthikeyan working as a assistant professor, Department of Zoology, Presidency College, Autonomous, Chennai since 2010. Dr. Karthi completed UGC-sponsored major research project on screening of medicinal plants for the synthesis of silver nanoparticles and its efficacy on antimicrobial and anti-helminthic activity between 2012 to 2015. Now he is guiding 6 PhD research scholars. Out of 6 scholars, 4 of them were submitted their synopsis. Sir guided more than 6 MPhil research scholars. Dr. Karthi published more than 20 research articles in both national and international reputed journals. He is having 132 citations, 5 H-index and 5 I-10 index. Dr. Karthikeyan attended many national and international conference, seminars, workshops, and webinars. Such a great personality is now our external examiner for this PhD Viva examination of Mr. N. Ramadas. I welcome Dr. Karthi. Now I handed over the session to Dr. J. Karthikeyan. Welcome, sir.
A very good morning.
Good morning.
A very good morning to one
Yes.
and all present for
Yes.
this video conferencing Viva examination of Mr. N. Ramadas. Respected Principal Sir, and respected Durai Rai sir, Muttalagu sir. I am happy to be here for this Vivas examination. Now we directly move on to the session, and I will hand over the session to the candidate. Let him briefly present his findings. After that, we'll go for the other proceedings. Now the session is handed over to the candidate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning to all. I am N. Scholar, research scholar under my guidance for Dr. S. Subramanian. Now I am going to explain my public viva was entitled on studies on immunomodulatory effects.
Mr. Ramdas, voice is not clear, not audible. Echoing, some echo is coming. Voice is not clear.
Sir, okay.
Yeah, you carry on, carry on.
Hello.
Yeah, you carry on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I am going to explain my public viva was entitled Studies on Immunomodulatory Effect and Growth Promoting Activity of Gymnema sylvestre and Asalicata indica leaf extract on freshwater fish Tilapia mozambica under the supervision of Dr. N. Subramanian, Assistant Professor of Zoology, PG and Research Department of Zoology, Arinjanana, Government Arts College, Cheyar. Introduction. Aquaculture has been a growing activity for the last 20 years, and this marvelous development has been attended by some practice potentially damaging to animal health. The bacterial infections are considered a major cause of mortality in aquaculture. It is widely demonstrated that farm fishes are more susceptible to disease agents than their wild counterparts due to the artificial conditions posed by intensive rearing. Disease outbreaks elevated the mortality rate and decreased the productivity efficiency, causing high economic loss of the fish farmer. Regarding the problem, microbial resistance, there is an urgent need to establish the roots to the rational use of antibiotics and the discovery of new drugs and alternative therapy to control bacterial disease. Treatment of bacterial disease with different health has been safely used in organic agriculture, veterinary, and human medicine. And the treatment with the medicinal plant having antibacterial activity are potentially beneficial alternative in aquaculture. In developing countries, synthetic drugs are not only expensive and inadequate for the treatment of disease, but also often with administration and side effects need to search new infection fighting strategies to control microbial infections. The use of phytochemical and pharmaceutical purposes has gradually increased in many countries. These plants are still widely used in ethnomedicines around the world. Medicine plants represent a rich source of antimicrobial agents and powerful drugs. The continuous use of antimicrobial agents in aquaculture has resulted in more resistant bacterial strains in the aquatic environment. Tilapia mozambica. Tilapia mozambica is medium-sized laterally compressed fish that has long dorsal fin with 10 to 13 rays and spines. Scale large along the snout and forehead and become a smaller along the body. The color is dull greenish yellow with a weak banding pattern along the body. The size and coloration is vary in capacity with its diet. Tilapia mozambica are omnivorous and consume detritus materials, diatoms, and invertebrates, algae, and phytoplankton, insects, and vegetation. Aeronomous hydrophilia. Aeronomous hydrophilia, the most common bacterial pathogen in freshwater fish. Aeronomous hydrophilia is short, gram-negative baseless with a single flagellum of bacteria commonly found in freshwater, brackish water, and in some fish and shellfish. It has been found with increasing frequency as an opportunistic pathogen in human wounds sustained in aquatic environment. These infections may remain localized and mild or cause extensive muscle necrosis or lead to septicemia and infection in other sites. There may be a lesion, fever, chills, and hypertension. The motile aromatase consists of complex of disease organisms that are associated with bacterial hemorrhagic septicemia in fishes. Gymnema sylvestre. Gymnema sylvestre is a perennial wood commonly known as Thirukurinjan. The Gymnema sylvestre leaves have been found to cause hypoglycemia in laboratory animals and shown in the use of in herbal medicine to treat disease diabetes mellitus in adults. It is also used by trial to neutralize the toxin of snake bite. When the leaf extract of plant administered to the diabetic patient, there is stimulation of pancreas by virtue of which there is an increase in insulin release. Gymnema sylvestre is used traditionally Ayurvedic system to treat type 1 and type 2 diabetes. It is also used in the treatment of urinary complaint, stomach problem, piles, chronic cough, breathing trouble, asthma, eye complaints, cardiopathy, consumption, jaundice, and bronchitis. This plant is greater value in the field of medicine, so that the knowledge about it must be given to the generation. Asadicata indica. Asadicata indica is commonly known as Asadicata commonly known as native of Asadicata indica, a native to East India and Burma. Asadicata indica a wide spectrum of medicinal uses such as anti-allergenic, anti-traumatic, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, anti-allergenic, insecticidal, and other biological activities. Because of these activities, Asadicata indica has found enormous application, making it a green treasure. The chemical constitution contains many biologically active compounds that can be extracted from neem, including phenolic compound, carotenoid, steroid, and ketone. Especially biologically most active compound is azadirachtin. Asadicata indica is the most versatile multifarious tree of trophic with immense potential. It possesses maximum useful non-food products than any other tree species. Aim and objective of the present study: to study phytochemical screening of Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica leaf extract from different solvents such as aqueous, chloroform, and ethanol. To study the antioxidant properties of chloroform and ethanol leaf extract of Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica. To investigate the antibacterial activity of chloroform and ethanolic leaf extract of Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica against gram-negative and gram-positive bacteria. To study the effect of ethanolic leaf extract of Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica growth promoting activity in Tilapia mozambica. To study the biochemical parameter of fish Tilapia mozambica pre and post challenged with Aeronomus hydrophila infection and plant extract added in the diet. To study immunological parameter of fish Tilapia mozambica pre and post challenged with Aeronomus hydrophila and plant extract added in the diet. To study the relative percentage survival of Tilapia mozambica infected with Aeronomus hydrophila and orally administered with Gymnema sylvestre, Asadicata indica alone and the combination of both extracts. To study the effect of histopathology of gill, liver, and the kidney of Tilapia mozambica infected with Aeronomus hydrophila and the treatment with combination of leaf extract of Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica compared to normal group of fish. Finally, to study the effect of cytokines immune-related gene expression in Tilapia mozambica. Collection of plant material. Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica leaves are collected from the species are identified and authenticated at the Center for Advanced Study in Botany, University of Madras, Chennai. The leaves were shed dried, cut into small pieces, and coarsely powdered. The coarse powder was used for extraction with various solvents. Collection of pest organisms and their acclimatization. Fish Tilapia mosambica ranging from 20 gram were collected from the local hatchery and brought to laboratories in aerated polythene bags for acclimatization. These fish were maintained in the cement tank and considered as a stock culture. They were fed with standard fish feed and groundnut oil cake paste. After 15 to 20 days, the acclimatized fish were selected and used to find out those response relationships for Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica leaf extract. For experimental purpose, uniform size of plastic trouts were used. The trap were marked A to H and then selected fish were exposed to each concentration of 30 days. For 30 days, the water level was maintained at 5 liters. They were kept at ambient uncontrolled temperature 28 degrees Celsius under the natural photo period. Water was changed on every alternative day. Fishes were fed with food with balanced diet fish diet prepared in the laboratory. The fecal matter and other waste material were siphoned off daily to reduce the ammonia content in water. Experimental design. The fishes were primarily divided into 8 experimental groups in 8 separated chambers. Each chamber contained 10 fish. Group A. Fishes were kept as a control, which were fed with controlled diet throughout the experimental period of 15 and 30 days. Group B to H received the prepared fish diet as a dose at rate of 2.5%. The experiment was conducted for the period of 15 to 30 days. Preparation of plant extract. 1000 grams of dry powders, Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica leaves were mixed with 2.5 liters of solvent, water, ethanol, and chloroform, and shaken occasionally for 72 hours. Then the extract was filtered. This procedure was repeated 3 times, and all extracts were decanted and cooled. The extracts were filtered before drying using Wattsman filter number 1 paper on Buchanan funnel, and the solvent was removed by vacuum distillation in rotating evaporation at 40 degrees Celsius. Finally, the aqueous, ethanol, and chloroform extract of Gymnema sylvestre, Asadicata indica leaves were used for the preliminary phytochemical screening. Preliminary phytochemical screening. Preliminary phytochemical screening of the plants were carried out as per the method of test given by A. N. Raman. Then phytochemical qualitative organic analysis of Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica leaves as the following test. The test for phytosterol. The test for phytosterol is done by as per the method of Liebman-Burgess test. Test for terpenoid. The test for the 1 ml of extract, a 2 drops of
Excuse me, Ramdas, sorry for the interruption. Hello?
Okay, sir. Thank
Can
you,
you hear me? It's not,
Yes,
it is not really required to study the whole protocol,
Okay,
all
sir.
the things, because it will take more than 1 hour to complete your protocol alone.
Okay, sir.
Just say what are all the methodologies you have followed in your materials and methods, and
Okay,
move
sir.
on to your results and discussion. You can concentrate on your results and discussion.
Okay,
Just
okay, sir.
name the experiment alone. What are all the experiments you studied in your methodology briefly,
Okay, sir.
then
Okay.
you can move on to your results
Okay,
and
sir.
observations. That is the most
Thank you,
important
sir.
part of work.
Okay, sir. Okay. The phytochemical qualitative organic analysis of Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica leaves are the test for phytosterol is done by Liebman and Burgess test. Then the test for alkaloid. The test for alkaloids were done by August test. Test for saponin, foam test, which was done by separately done for Gymnema sylvestre and Asadicata indica leaf extract. The next step. The test for protein. Test for proteins are done by Biorate test. Next step. Okay. The one vitro study method. In vitro antioxidant studies, the DPPS method was done by Antona. The lipid peroxidation inhibition was done by as per the method of Okawa. Nitric oxide radical scavenging activity was done by as per method of Green et al. Hydroxyl radical scavenging activity is done by estimated by as per the method of Okawa. Assessment of antibacterial assay, it is done by Agar-Bill diffusion method. Okay, next. Hematological parameters. Enumeration of RBC is done by Russia and Stud method. Enumeration of white blood corpuscle is done by Russia and Stud. Then estimation of hemoglobin is done by Begonia. Immunological indices. NBT assay, nitro blue tetrasodium assay, as done by Statasik and Baumann. Serum lysosome activity is done by Perry et al. Bactericidal activity is done by procedure of Gedita et al. The challenge study. Challenge study was performed by infection hydrophilia with Tilapia bosambiga of post-dietary experimental group. Relative percentage survey was calculated by following formula Ellis. Then gene expression. Isolation of total RNA. The total RNA was isolated from control and experimental sample using TRIR, statistical analysis. One-way analysis of variance was used to analyze data. Multiple comparisons were performed with statistical analysis different between treatments. All statistical analysis were performed using GraphPad software. The level of significance was set at less than 2. The results are expressed as mean SEM. The results. Now, I am going to explain the results of our study. The table shows the preliminary phytochemical screening of plant. The preliminary phytochemical screening of Gymnema sylvestre leaf extract is aqueous extract showed the flavonoids, glycoside, reducing sugar, polysaccharide, phytosterol, and phenol. But in the absence of alkaloids, tannin, saponin. In case of the ethanol extract, which show the alkaloid, flavonoid, glycoside, reducing sugar, saponin, and phenols, but in the absence of terpenoid and phytosterol. The result showed in the plant extract chloroform the phytochemical which were present in alkaloid, flavonoids, glycoside, reducing sugar, tannin, saponin, polysaccharide, and phenol, but there is absence of terpenoid and phytosterol. Preliminary phytochemical screening of Azadirachta indica. As we seen in the table, in the aqueous indica, alkaloid, flavonoid, glycoside, reduced sugar, polysaccharide, phytosterol, phenols were present. And also the plant extract of ethanol in, there are some chemical alkaloids, flavonoids, glycoside, reducing sugar, tannin, saponin, polysaccharide, and phenol, but whereas terpenoid and phytosterols were absent. In the meanwhile, the plant extract of chloroform, the alkaloid, flavonoid, glycoside, reducing sugar, tannin, saponin, polysaccharide, and phenols were present, but in the absence of terpenoid and phytosterol. After the area of phytochemical screening, then we next move to the antioxidant properties of our study. The table to show, as we seen in the table, DPF is radical scavenging activity of Gymnema sylvestre. The ethylene extracts show the highest percentage of inhibition and at a 100 microgram ml, and the lowest percentage of inhibition was found at 25 mg per ml. In the meanwhile, highest percentage of inhibition found in chloroform extract and the lowest percentage of inhibition found at 25 mg ml. The both slides shows that the DPF scanning activity of Gymnema sylvestre. The next one is the table and the bar diagram showed the results of DPPH radical scanning activity of Asatica indica. The highest percentage of inhibition in chloroform showed the 100 μg at ml, and the lowest were recorded at 25 μg per ml. Next. As we see in the table, the result of levoperoxide scattering activity of ethanol and chloroform extract of Gymnema sylvestre. The highest percentage of inhibition was noticed at 100 μg per ml, whereas the lowest inhibition was recorded at 25 μg ml. Meanwhile, in the chloroform extract, the highest percentage of inhibition was recorded at 100 μg ml, and the lowest was recorded at 25 mg. This is the dose-dependent manner. Next one. As we see in the table and the diagram, the levoperoxide scattering activity of ethanol and chloroform extract of Asatica indica. The same way, the highest percentage of inhibition was recorded at 100 μg per ml, and the lowest was found in ethanol leaf extract. Meanwhile, the same trend was found in chloroform extract. Next. The table and the diagram showed the results of nitric oxide scavenging activity of ethanol and chloroform extract of Gymnema sylvestre. From the observation, the highest percentage of inhibition was recorded at 100 mg per ml, and the lowest percentage was noticed at ethanol leaf extract. The same trend was found in chloroform extract, but slightly lesser than the ethanol extract. The table and the diagram explain that the results of nitric oxide scattering activity of ethanol and chloroform extract of Asatica indica. The highest percentage of inhibition in chloroform extract showed at 100 μg per ml, and the lowest percentage was recorded at 25 μg ml, for example 40.25%. The same percent was found in ethanolic extracts. As we see in the table, the results of hydroxyl radical scavenging activity of ethanol and chloroform extract of Gymnema sylvestre. The highest percentage of inhibition was found in ethanolic extract at 100 mg per ml. The lowest percentage of inhibition was found in 25 mg per ml, as well as the same trend was noticed at chloroform extract. The table showed the results of inhibition of hydroxyl radical scavenging activity of ethanol and chloroform extract of indica. The highest percentage of inhibition was noticed in 100 mg ml in ethanol extract, as well as the lowest percentage of inhibition was noticed at 25 mg ml. The same trend was found in chloroform extract. Okay, then let's move to another parameter, what we known as antibacterial activity of ethanolic extract of Gymnema sylvestre and gram-negative bacteria. From this, the observation, the highest zone of inhibition found at 75 μg ml and 100 μg ml against Staphylococcus. And the meanwhile, the lowest percentage of the lowest percentage of inhibition found at 25 g ml. The meanwhile, the highest percentage of zone of inhibition was which was found in 75 and 100 ml for Enterococcus faecalis, and the lowest zone of inhibition was inhibited at 25 mg per ml. Antibacterial activity of chloroform extracts of Gymnema sylvestre and gram-negative bacteria. The result shown in the figure, in the table and the diagram, the zone of inhibition was very high in the 100 mg per ml. The lowest zone was noticed at 20 mg per ml for the response to E. coli. As well as the same trend was found in Salmonella enterica. The highest zone of inhibition was found in 100 mg per ml. Okay. In case of that Salmonella enterica, the highest zone of inhibition which was noticed in 75 mg ml and 100 mg ml, but the lowest zone of inhibition found at 25 mg ml. The table showed that the result of antibacterial activity of ethanolic extract of Azadirachta indica and gram-positive bacteria. From the observation, the highest zone of inhibition were noticed at 75 and 100 mg per ml to response to Staphylococcus aureus, and the lowest zone of inhibition found at 25 mg ml for Staphylococcus aureus. The meanwhile, in the case of Enterococcus faecalis, the highest zone of inhibition found at 75 and 100 mg per ml, and the lowest zone of inhibition was found at 25 mg per ml. The table and the diagram showed the results of antibacterial activity of ethanolic extract of Azadirachta indica in gram-negative bacteria. From the observation, the results showed that the zone of inhibition was very high at 100 mg per ml to E. coli, as well as very low in 25 mg ml to same bacteria. The table showed the antibacterial activity of chloroform extract of Azadirachta indica gram-positive bacteria. From the observation, the highest zone of inhibition was found at 75 and 100 mg per ml. The lowest zone of inhibition found at 25 mg per ml to response to Staphylococcus aureus. As well as the same trend was found in Enterococcus faecalis, but the lowest percentage was 19 mm at 25 mg per ml. The table and the diagram showed the antibacterial activity of chloroform extract of Azadirachta indica in gram-negative bacteria. From the observation, the table showed the highest zone of inhibition was found in 100 mg per ml. The lowest zone of inhibition was found at 25 mg per ml. Meanwhile, the highest zone of inhibition was found in 26 ml, and the lowest zone of inhibition was found in 25 ml to the response of Salmonella enterica. In the results expressed in the area of zone of inhibition zone in millimeter. The reference drug which was used to positive control ciprofloxacin, the negative control DMSO, which indicate the negative is indicate low zone of inhibition. Here, the figure of the antibacterial activity slide. Antibacterial ethanolic extract of Gymnema sylvestre in gram-positive bacteria. Antibacterial activity of ethanolic extract of Gymnema sylvestre in negative bacteria from the different bacteria. The same figure was okay. Now let's move our experiment in viva condition. As we done the preliminary work, let's move to study in viva. In the table as the diagram showed the result of the effect of Gymnema sylvestre, A. indica, and their combination of ethanolic leaf extract on changes in the body weight pre and after infected with Areomonas hydrophilia in 15 days. After 15 days of experiment, the weight of the fish were found to be decreased in infected groups. But however, the infected fish treated with ethanolic leaf extract of Gymnema sylvestre and the A. indica leaf extract increased significantly close to the control group. The combination extract treatment group was found to be more effective than the other extracts. The result of the diagram and the graph showed the effect of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and their combination of ethanolic leaf extract on changes in the body weight of after infected with Areomonas hydrophilia in 30 days. Likewise, after completion of the 30 days experiment, finally the body weight from each group were significantly increased. We can see here. The combination of both drugs showed the higher efficiency of body weight. Next, the table and diagrams show the biochemical parameters of after 15 days of infection with Areomonas hydrophilia and T. mosambica treated with Gymnema sylvestre and their combination. In the serum, total protein, albumin, and globulin level from each group was more significantly altered in the infected group compared to control. However, Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica treated group, the protein levels is gradually increased pre and post diet treatment. But in the case of albumin, the Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and the combination drugs, both pre and post treatment, it will be gradually decrease the level of albumin. But in the case of globulin, the same trend, I mean, it was highly gradually increased. The trend was noticed at this level. The same trend was found, but a little bit of higher than the 15 days treatment. The result showed that the table and the diagram showed the effect of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and their combination on changes on glucose and cholesterol level before and after infection with hydrophilia on Tilapia mosambica after 30 days. Here we notice that the glucose level which was higher in the treated group of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, which was decreased level, which was when compared to control level, which was found in both pre and after the treatment. The same trend was found to be in cholesterol level. The table and the diagram showed the results of effect of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and their combination before and RBC level before and after infection with A. hydrophilia and on Tilapia mosambica after 30 days. Here, the RBC the level of RBC considerably increased than the control from each treatment group, like Geminima sylvestre treated group and Azadirachta indicated treated group when compared to control. As well as the post-treatment, the result was noticed very high level of RBC than the control groups. The diagram and the result showed the effect of Geminima sylvestre and Azadirachta indica and their combination on changes in WBC level before and after infection with A. hydrophila and Tilapia mozambica after 15 days. Here we can see the diagram. The WBC, the cells, the level is very high in the Geminima sylvestre as well as Azadirachta indica, but the both combination treated plant extract group when compared to the control group. But the post-treatment, which was also considerably increased, was found, trend was found in the same, the WBC level after the treatment of 15 days. The same trend was found, but which was higher than the 13 days. The table and the diagram showed the effect of Geminima sylvestre and Azadirachta indica ethanolic extract on lymphocyte, eosinophil, neutrophil, and Tilapia mozambica after 15 days. After 15 days from the observation, the lymphocyte, the percentage of lymphocytes considerably increased the both extract like Geminima sylvestre and Azadirachta indica and the combination than the control. As well as the post-treatment, the same trend was noticed when compared to controlled infected group. All the eosinophil, basophil, all the percentage, all the lymphocyte, eosinophil, neutrophil increased. Next. The table and the diagram showed the effect of Geminima sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, ethanolic extract of neutrophil. Lymphocyte, eosinophils, and the neutrophils, Tilapia mozambica after 13 days. We can see in the table from the observation after 13 days of the treatment of Geminima sylvestre and the Azadirachta indica with both combinant extract groups, there will be a considered increase of lymphocyte, eosinophil, and neutrophil when compared to control group. But whereas in case of post-treatment, which also considerably increased the level of lymphocyte, I mean the percentage of lymphocyte, eosinophil, neutrophil when compared to infected group than the control group. Next. The diagram and the table showed the effect of Geminima sylvestre and Azadirachta indica ethanolic extract of lysosome activity of Tilapia mozambica after 13 days. As we can see from the observation, the lysosome activity as percentage of value is very high in combination group than the individual and the control groups than the controlled test group, which was also trend was noticed in the post treatment. The control group controlled and the infection group very low lysosomic activity, but the gradually which will be increased, which were found more high in combination of high groups. The same trend was found after the 30 days of the treatment, but which were found to be very high than the 13 days of treatment. The table and the diagram showed the effect of Geminima sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and their combination on changes in superoxide anion production by NPT method before and after infection with Erroneous hydrophilia in Tilapia mozambica after 13 days. From the observation, the NPT activity OD units which were found in high the combination treated groups than the control group. It's also high in the After the post-treatment of Gymnema sylvestre and the injection with the both combination drugs, which was found in very high when compared to control groups. The table and the diagram showed the effect of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and their combination on changes in superactate anion productivity by NPT method before and after infection with Aeronomus hydrophila and Clepia mozambica after 30 days. From the observation, the NPT value is very high was noticed in the combination drug used plants groups of fish, and which was so high in Gymnema sylvestre treated and Azadirachta indica treated group is than the control. Whereas, meanwhile, in case of the post-treatment, which the same trend was found in the values of NPT activity. The effect of the table and the graph showed the effect of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and the combination on changes in bacterial activity before and after infection with hydrophila, Clepia mozambica after 30 days. In the infected groups of fish was noticed low CFE value, however, which is high in the Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica and their combination treated extract. So the same trend which was found in post-treatment also. The Gymnema sylvestre and the Azadirachta indica combination with the infected group, which was high than the controlled infection groups. Next step. As we see in the table, relative percentage survival of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and their combination feed on Clepia mozambica challenged with hydrophila. As shown in the figure on the diagram table, the mortality rate was high in control group and low in Tesambica, in Clepia mozambica, Gymnema sylvestre with Azadirachta indica treated group. Based on the mortality rate, the RPS value calculated from diet 1, diet 2, diet 3. Moreover, the combination group was noticed the high percentage of RPS value, 95.65%. That's why we take this diet to percentage to continue throughout my research work. The slides showed that the histology of control and experiment gives after 30 days of experiment infected with Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica ethanol leaf extract. In the this is the slide. This is a normal control slide. This is the affected with the hydrophilia slide. This is the both combination drug to the slide. Here there are some noticed some remarkable changes. Like the first one is broken up primary gamellae. Here there is a normal level. Then the degeneration of gill lamellae and organization of central axis epithelial hyperplasia was observed in affected cells. Whereas in case of, we can see in the after the treatment of 30 days treatment of combination drug, which was closely come to the control group, which means the cells which recovery from the disease. A slide shows that the histology of control and the experimental group of fish liver after 30 days infected and treated group of fishes with the Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica leaf extract. This is the normal liver. This is the cross section of normal liver. This is the infected with hydrophilia cell liver. There is some remarkable changes was found, like the clumping of nucleus, the vaporization, cytoplasmic degeneration, and nuclear construction were observed from the affected cross section. Whereas in case of after the treatment with the both combination drug, which will be close to the normal level of control. Next. The slide shows, as we seen in the figure, the slide shows the histology of control and experimental group of fish kidney after 30 days infected and treated group of fishes with Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica leaf extract. In the infected kidney, this is the control group, this is the infected kidney of cross section, this is the after treatment cross section. Here we can see from the observation in the figure the recombination of extract and the found to be normal cell. Here the broken of Bowman capsule, renal tubule construction, dilution of glomerulus, and the damage of epithelial cells also, which also the found that the normal cell after the treatment, which close to the control. Next, the molecular mechanism study. From this study, the table showed the primers used for the analysis of mRNA expressed by real-time PCR. Here, we use the 4 types of immune-related genes like IL, interleukin-1 beta, TNF alpha, MYD88 gene, and the MX1 gene. These are the primers which are going to be used for the multiple copy for the DNAs of RNA. Next. Here, the graph showed that the effect of Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica and their combination in the amplification plot of MYD88 mRNA expression in liver of T. mozambica. The right side graph which shows the effect of Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica and their combination in dissociation curve of MYD88 mRNA expression in liver of DNA. Here X, the number of cycles noted, X is noted the number of cycles, the Y is noted the number of fluorescence. The bar diagram showed the infection of cell gene expression was down regulation when compared to noticed in infected cells. But after the treatment of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, both combination treatment, the gene expression was found to be upregulation. This means the immune related genes will express in the involved in the immune system. Next. The graph showed the effect of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and the combination in application plot of interleukin beta 1 mRNA expression in liver of T. mozambica. The same was found in the dissociation curve of interleukin 1 beta T. mozambica. Here, the graph also showed the expression of interleukin beta mRNA in mRNA in gene expression. Here we can see the infected groups of gene interleukin was the low regulation were noticed. But in case of the treatment group Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, it was found in upgrade regulation, and when compared to the high is Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica. Here the number of fold changes over the control. The graph showed the effect of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and the combination in amplification plot of TNF alpha gene expression in liver and T. mozambica. The right one is showed the effect of Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica, and the combination dissociation curve of T. TNF alpha gene expression in liver of T. mosambica. Here we can see the infected group, the alpha gene, which is the low expression was found in infected group, whereas which was noticed in I, the Gymnema sylvestre, Azadirachta indica treated groups. Moreover, all the groups, the Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta combination groups gene expressed was very high when compared to infected group and control groups. Then conclusion. Recently, extensive research has been initiated to determine the feasibility of using herbal medicine in fish disease management. So far as these products are often without side effects and biodegradable. The result of recent study proves that the application of Azadirachta indica and Gymnema sylvestre leaf extract enhance the growth, immunity on specific and non-specific level and plasma biochemical profile to significant level in the blood of Sclerotia mosambica. However, Azadirachta indica leaf extract showed better effect compared with the Gymnema sylvestre. Based on the present finding, Azadirachta indica and the Gymnema sylvestre is potent immunostimulant in Sclerotia mosambica. Moreover, these extracts are safe to use to be because of its non-toxicity and protective activity. The potential for the application of research, our finding to both human and environmental health issues make fish species more attractive and valuable as an alternative model organism for conducting different experimental studies. This work may provide a new perspective for use of medicinal plants as adjuvant therapy added to fish food to prevent disease. Further studies are due to evaluate cost benefit. Hence, it is concluded from the present finding the immunomodulatory and growth promoting activity of Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica leaf extract is mediated through the normalization of biochemical, hematological, histological, and genes involved in the immune reaction in Sclerotia mosambica. Here, the list of papers publication from the thesis. Thus, the front page was uploaded. Second one, third one, fourth one. Thank you.
Yeah, now Mr. N. Ramadas has given the given his findings in an elaborate manner. Now the session is open for discussions. If anyone want to clarify or anyone want to raise the question, you can unmute your mic and you can ask questions. Now the session is open for discussion. You can unmute yourself and you can ask questions.
Sir, Ramadas, sir.
Sir? Yes.
I am Dr. Rangarajan from Marilu. One question, why did you select the Tilapia mosambica for your study? Why did you select the Tilapia mosambica for your study?
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, I select Tilapia mosambica to our study because of it is easily available freshwater fish and easily adapted to lab conditions. It also wide range of, it can tolerate the wide range of environment. Which is easily response to bacteria and the treatment of Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica. That's why we select this fish for our experiment.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, congratulations, sir. Sampath Kumar.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I have one question, sir.
Oh, okay, sir.
In Gymnimas,
Okay, sir.
phytochemical component is responsible for antibacterial activity, sir.
Sir, there are so many, I mean, the number of chemicals is going to be involved in the antibacterial activity. For example, phenolic, alkaloid, and so on. But the plant is the most vital role in the antibacterial activity, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And also congratulations for Dr. N.S., sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
சார் வணக்கம்.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
பாரதி.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
வழிகாட்டிக்கும் கேண்டிடேட்டுக்கும் என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்கள். ஒரு
Thank you, sir.
கிளாரிஃபிகேஷன்.
Thank you, sir.
ரெண்டு விதமான இது கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க. 15 டேஸ் ஒரு இது கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க. 30 டேஸ் ஹிஸ்டாலஜில எல்லாம் 30 டேஸ் கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க.
Yes, sir.
என்ன காரணம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாங்களா?
Sir, after 30 days, we want to only found the normal level. I mean, after the treatment of the 13 days only, sir. Because 15 days, I think it is not enough for me. That's why we select the 30 days experiment of the section, sir. Sorry.
ஓகே, ஆன்டி இன்ஃப்ளமேஷன் சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. அந்த ஹைட்ரோஃபிலியா பத்தி நீங்க எதுவுமே சொல்லவே இல்லையே. ஏரோமினஸ் ஹைட்ரோஃபிலியா பத்தி எதுவுமே சொல்லவே இல்லை. டைட்டில்ல மென்ஷன் பண்ணவே இல்லைங்களே.
Yes, sir. We gave the title, but
நீங்க ஆன்டி இன்ஃப்ளமேஷன் சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. அத பத்தி நீங்க டைட்டில்ல மென்ஷன் பண்ணல. பட் எந்த இடத்துலயும் அதிக இடத்துல நீங்க வந்து மென்ஷன் பண்ணவே இல்லை. ஏன் அப்படின்னு கேக்குறேன்.
பாக்டீரியா பத்தி சொல்றீங்களா?
அதுதானே இன்டியூசர்.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
இன்டியூசர் பத்தி நீங்க எதுவுமே சொல்லவே இல்லையே. இது அதிக அளவுல வந்து பைட்டோகெமிக்கல் ஓரியன்டட் ஸ்கிரீனிங் தான இருக்கு.
Sir, we want to focus to only what is the role of Azadirachta indica and Gymnema sylvestre, whether it is the immunomodulatory as the immunomodulatory effect or not. That's why we consider only the immunomodulatory section to those plants only, sir. Just we take the bacteria only.
இல்லைங்க சார், நீங்க பிளான்ட் பத்தி சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. இப்ப இன்டியூசருக்கு கம்பேர் பண்ணணும் இல்லைங்களா? ஏன் கம்பேர் பண்ணலன்னு கேக்குறேன்.
I don't understand, sir.
இப்ப பிளான்ட் பத்தி சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க இல்லைங்களா? ஜிம்னிமா, அசாடிகா இண்டிகா பத்தி சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க இல்லையா?
Yes, sir.
இது வந்து கம்பேர் பண்ணி சொல்லணும் இல்லையா? இப்ப இன்டியூசர் கூட ஆன்டி இன்ஃப்ளமேஷன் இன்டியூசர் கூட வந்து கம்பேர் பண்ணி சொல்லணும் இல்லைங்களா? ரிசல்ட் அண்ட் டிஸ்கஷன்ல.
Yes, sir. கம்பேர் பண்ணி தான் சார் சொன்னேன். கம்பேர் பண்ணி சொல்லியிருக்கேன் பாருங்க சார். ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு இதுலேயும் சொல்லியிருக்கோம் சார். ப்ரீ அண்ட் போஸ்ட் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட், இன்ஃபெக்டட் குரூப் கண்ட்ரோல், நார்மல் குரூப் கண்ட்ரோல், ஆஃப்டர் த ப்ரீ ட்ரீட்மெண்ட், ஆஃப்டர் தி போஸ்ட் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் எல்லாம் சொல்லியிருக்கோம் சார்.
சார், சாரி ஃபார் த இன்டரப்ஷன். கேட்கறது வந்து ஏரோமோனாஸ் ஹைட்ரோஃபிலா வந்து பாக்டீரியல் இன்ஃபெக்ஷன் நீங்க கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க.
ஓகே சார்.
இது வந்து டைட்டில்லையோ வேற எதுலயுமே மென்ஷன் பண்ணலையே அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. இந்த பர்டிகுலர் பாயிண்ட்ல ஐ வுட் லைக் டு ஆன்சர் திஸ் क्वेश्चन.
ஓகே சார்.
The candidate has studied the immunomodulatory effect of this plant extracts.
Yes, sir. Yes,
not mentioned in his title regarding the Aeromonas hydrophila. If time permits, he go through his thesis. He has given clear explanation why he has selected Aeromonas and what is the impact and what is the immunomodulatory effect this particular extract shows on that particular organism, growth of that particular organism. Okay, sir?
Okay, thank you.
The question. Hello? Is it okay, sir? Yeah, carry on. Any other questions from the participants, please?
Yeah.
Just introduce yourself and you can ask questions.
PhD scholar.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, PhD scholar.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your studies, Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica. Which plant is more powerful antibacterial activities?
Sir, we studied the both plants for the antibacterial, but Azadirachta is the more powerful antibacterial than the Gymnema sylvestre. However, the Azadirachta indica combination with the Gymnema sylvestre, it is more powerful than the individual one antibacterial activity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Your PhD was very excellent, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations to both guide Dr. Subramaniam and the student. I would just like to ask a simple question. You selected fingerlings or adults for this on fish? Did you select fingerlings or adult fish?
I selected this, madam. Another question, madam.
Did you select
The size-
fingerlings or adults?
Adults, madam. Adults.
Adults. Okay, fine. Okay. Any reason for that, please?
Oh, no, madam. It is comfortable to adapt the lab condition and easily
Okay.
available in our local area.
Okay.
That's why we selected a particular.
Okay.
range.
Thank you, doctors. Thank
Thank
you.
Any further questions from the participants? From research scholars? If there is no further question, I will move on to the concluding session. In continuation with the last question asked by madam, I will continue the same question. What is the size of the fish you are mentioning for adult, normal adult fishes? What is the size? How you are differentiating fingerlings from adults?
Sir,
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the normal size of an adult fish? Because you have taken only 20 grams.
Up to 25
What is the
grams.
length of the fish? What is the length of the fish you used in your present study?
The length of fishes were averagely 10 to 15 centimeters.
Is that wide variation 10 to 15 centimeters? 5 centimeter variation of the?
We collect the all the fishes from the hatchery.
Okay.
So that's why I'm telling
So
you.
15 centimeters, then you have used the fingerlings, not the adults. Less than 10 and it will be a fingerling stage. Okay. You have introduced, I have some questions to ask to clarify.
Okay.
You administered the plant extracts with the feed. What is the concentration you have used? That's what around you told 2.5 control, 2.5 control. What is the concentration of the extract you used? How did you arrive that particular concentration?
Okay.
Did you study any lethal concentration studies or like that?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, based on the previous reference, we choose the 3 different concentration from the extract.
Okay.
Like 1.5 to 2.5 to find out the RPS value, relative survival percentage value.
Mhm.
Then we find after the relative percentage experiment, the highest percentage of RPS value was seen in the 2.5% concentration of that normal feed. That's why we select that feed only, sir, to our experiment.
Okay.
Okay.
So your ethanolic extract as well as your chloroform extract shows the presence of many number of phytochemicals.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which are each an individual compound which have its own specific activity compared to antibacterial, or it's going to be anti-inflammatory or whatever immunomodulatory activity, whatever you are doing.
Sir, yes, sir.
What is the compound specifically which is responsible for the immunomodulation? Did you identify any specific compound which is responsible? Because each and every compound of the plant, secondary metabolic compound, which has its own physiological role. With reference to, for example, flavonoids, they will usually call it as antioxidant.
Yes,
And it's, they call it as antibacterial, which has its own mechanism.
Yes.
Which is the compound
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
responsible for immunomodulatory?
The flavonoids, which play a vital role to enhance the innate immunity, sir.
Okay.
Which enhance the immunity in inflammatory pathway.
Okay, and one more question I want to ask you. Tell me about innate immunity.
Yes, sir.
Normally, at a time of infection, any kind of infection, the number of neutrophils will increase enormously. Fight against the invading pathogens or any mechanism. But in your study, during the infective stage, when you are introducing Aeromonas hydrophil, the neutrophil count is going down when compared to control. What is the reason behind that?
During the
Normally, I'll repeat, normally in innate immune mechanism,
yes, sir.
for the innate mechanism, the phagocytic cells, neutrophil and other cell will increase, will mount. But in your study, it is getting decreased. Why it is so?
Neutrophil cell. Yes, sir. Sir, in this my study, sir, there is an increasing trend of the lymphocyte, eosinophil, neutrophil, sir, when compared to control, sir. Wrote my experiment, sir.
Okay, refer your table, it is there, it is decreasing normal actually. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And one more question I want to clear. Usually, when the animal is in stress, normally the protein level will decrease. In all the previous references, whatever you referred in your thesis, shows decreased level of protein. But in your study, it shows increased level in serum protein. What is the reason behind that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The normally the tissues infected with Aeromonas hydrophilia, the protein level is decreased, sir. But after treatment, combination of Gymnema sylvestre and Azadirachta indica.
I'm asking in a stressed condition. I'm asking in a stressed condition.
As decreased, sir.
Why it is increased?
I mean that in the stress condition, sir.
Okay, stress condition. Okay. Thank you for answering the questions. I will come to the concluding session. First of all, I would like to thank my friend Dr. N. Subramaniam for giving me a nice introduction at the beginning of the Viva's examination. And happy to see my brother Bala Subramaniam also in the Viva. And I'm happy to be the part of the Viva's examination conducted by Dr. N. Subramaniam at the Department of Zoology, Arinaranna Government Arts College, Cheyar. The candidate has studied the immunomodulatory effect and growth promoting activity of Gymnosia sylvestre and Azadirachta indica leaf extracts on freshwater fish Tilapia mosambica. The examiners, foreign examiners, as well as the Indian examiners, they have given very good comments on the thesis. The foreign examiner commented that the study proves that the leaf extract enhance the growth and immunity of the freshwater fish. These findings add valuable information to determine the viability of herbal medicines in fish disease management. The results have been presented with the support of statistical analysis. The results have been discussed critically in view of known facts. The author has cited a great majority of the recent works related with the study, and he has commented, and he has awarded the thesis with highly commended report. And the Indian examiner, he has commented the experimental design and contents of the thesis work are really good. And the materials and methods section were well documented. The candidates reviewed the literature up to date and has incorporated relevant references in the thesis. The infected fishes under stress showed a decreased level of many biochemical parameters after the treatment with leaf extracts, and fishes are slowly recovered from the stress. The students did a great job. The results are supported by the previous work. The discussion is well organized and well focused. The statistical tool used for analysis of data are standard and appropriate. The reference spot is adequate and well presented, and this is highly recommended for the public Viva examination. These are all the reports given by the external examiner, foreign examiner, as well as Indian examiner. And for The candidate Ramdas has studied the immunomodulatory growth effect of this on Tilapia mosambica. The core objective of this study is to find the immunomodulatory activity. The candidate has followed standard protocols to evaluate the activity of plant extract, and he has presented the protocols followed in the present study in detail. The organization and presentation of thesis is good, and the thesis is embedded with novel ideas and even made an attempt to study the effect at molecular level. The review of literature presented the thesis was more relevant and up to date. The candidates had obtained good results with reference to antibacterial activity against tested organism, and the zone of inhibition in diameter measures about 22 to 28 mm with a maximum when compared with any other crude extract. However, there is not much difference has been observed with reference to concentration of extracts, because when observing your result, it shows that even with 25 microgram, you are showing the results of 23, 24 mm diameter, as well as in 100 microgram also it shows 24, 25 mm diameter of zone of inhibition. It requires further study, further analysis to confirm the optimal dosage for the antimicrobial activity is required. And always for the research scholars, you remember, when you are going for antibacterial activity, it is recommended to have minimum inhibitory concentration. So when you are going to publish the papers in international well-reputed journal, they will not accept any antimicrobial activity without this MIC. So it's advisable to study MIC always when you are going for antimicrobial studies. And further, the selection of the organism Aeromonas hydrophile, which is a major effect on economy in India as well as European countries. Especially the loss amounts to about $10 million per year. $10 million per year. That is more than 200 million tons of fish products are getting wasted because of the Aeromonas infection. So I appreciate the guide and student for selecting a topic which is the need of the aquaculture industry, where the loss incurred by the infection of Aeromonas hydrophile, which amounts more than $10 million. The results obtained on the basis of biochemical and histological studies were impressive, and the candidate has interpreted and discussed the results with relevant references. In addition, the candidate studied the antioxidant activity of ethanolic extract and obtained significant results. And also an attempt has been made to study the gene manipulation studies, the genes which is responsible for the immunomodulatory activity. And I have given some suggestions for this particular thing. If you are continuing this study, you can follow these kind of things. You have done only the phytochemical analysis, qualitative analysis alone. It is advisable to go for quantitative estimation as well as since you are doing the immunomodulatory activity, it is recommended to isolate a specific compound which is having the immunomodulation. That is more opt for this particular kind of studies. And further, there is no toxicity studies has been carried in your thing, in your report, but it is not required at this moment. But keep in mind, because these impact, the toxicity can impact the physiological system of the organism. So you should find out the toxicology study of this particular thing also. And more importantly, people are going for polar and non-polar solvents. Here you have taken two things. One is ethanolic polar solvent and chloroform non-polar solvent you have taken. And you have studied aqueous extract also. But it is advised to study aqueous instead of going for alcoholic extracts. Because you have to go for extraction, all kind of thing, alcoholic residues will be there in that particular thing. It is not advisable, because you have not studied your aqueous. Only the phytochemical analysis alone you are done with aqueous extract, not with the other studies. So please try to, these are all some suggestion I am giving. If you are continuing the work, you can carry all these things with your team. So we'll come to the concluding part of the Viva-Voce examination. To conclude, the candidates has presented his findings in his research in detailed manner and answered questions raised by the audience as well as by me and examiners. and there is no question from the foreign examiner as well as Indian examiner. Both of them, they didn't raise any questions on this particular thing. With concurrence of the learned audience who are attended these Viva's examinations, and the responsibility invested on me by the Tiruvallur University for the conduct of this public Viva examination, I strongly recommend the award of Doctor of Philosophy to Mr. N. Ramdas for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in Zoology by Tiruvallur University. Hereafter, he may be called as Dr. N. Ramdas. I would like to thank authorities of Tiruvallur University and the supervisor and the Department of Zoology for recommending my name as an examiner to conduct this Viva's examination. Thank you one and all for your kind cooperation. Congratulations, Dr. Ramdas.
Thank you, Dr. Karthik.
Thank you, thank you.
With the consent of
Sir, you can unmute yourself, sir. Dr. Subramani, sir, unmute yourself, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Karthik.
Welcome, Nanda.
With the consent of external examiner Dr. J. Karthikeyan and the internal examiner myself, we both strongly recommended to the Tiruvallur University for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in Zoology to Mr. N. Ramadas, part-time research scholar under my guidance. With the consent of the external examiner, I concluded this Viva's examination.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Ananda. Now I invite Dr. N. Ramadas to give his acknowledgement, that is, vote of thanks.
Sir, unmute yourself, sir. Sir, Mr. Ramadas, sir, unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Sir, acknowledgement. My grateful thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor of Tiruvallur University, Serkadu Vellore. I deeply express my sincere thanks to Registrar Controller of Examination and Research Dean of Tiruvallur University, Vellore. My wholehearted thanks to our external examiner, Dr. J. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Presidency College, Chennai 5. I express my heartfelt thanks to our Principal, Dr. A. Murthy, Arijarana Government Arts College, Cheyyar. I personally express my deep sense of thanks to Dr. N. Punida, HOD of Zoology, and all the staff members and the guest lecturers of Department of Zoology. I thanks to University representative Mr. A. Saravanan, Computer System Analysis, Ms. Satya Baba, Superintendent, and Syed Muhyiddin, Assistant Computer Operator. I also thank to all the HOD staff members and the guest lecturers of various departments of our colleges. I thank to all the non-teaching staff members and the office staff members of our college. And I also thank to the research scholar and the PhD student of our department. I deeply express my thanks to all the participants who were attend the public Viva's examination. I thank to all the staff members, research scholars, and the students of various colleges from attending this video Viva conference. I personally express my thanks to Dr. J. Silvaraj and Dr. R. Punmani Silvaraj and Father L. I thank to Mr. Murugan, computer analyst and analyst, and also my thank to my friend Mr. S. Sedilnath. Last but least, I thank my beloved guide, philosopher and friend Dr. N. Subramanian for his enormous help throughout my research work. Thank you once again, and thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you so much, everyone. I request all the participants, so please fill the attendance form, which is posted in the chat box. So please record your presence. Please fill the attendance form. Thank you.